Hey, y'all, and welcome to the Southland Piper. I'm your host, Tim. Hope you're doing well today. Well, I have this Comoy pipe. It's a François Comoy, and it's got a big issue. So let's turn around to the workbench and take a look. All right, let's take a closer look. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room, that big chunk knocked out of the stem. Typically, on something like this, you just go ahead and have somebody make you a stem, but I'm going to attempt to repair it. And then I'm going to test it with a nice hard clench and see how well we did. But that's the problem with the pipe. Stem fits nicely. Somebody has reamed it out already. So that's about it. The pipe overall is in really nice condition. I think a light cleaning will do what I need. I don't think I see a lot of one or two little nicks on there. I'm sorry, got you out of frame. One or two little nicks on there. Let's see here. Right in that area. So we'll see. So first, I'm gonna have to throw this in the deoxidizer. So we'll start there. Well, it's not very often that I don't really do much with a stumble, but all I'm gonna do is buff it. That's all I'm gonna do. Well, let's see what we can do with this stem. I don't have great hopes on this being successful, but we'll just have to try. I think this would just be a replacement, but let's give it a shot. I'm going to take this little piece of paper that I've got cut, and I'm going to put some Vaseline type of stuff on it. It's 1 ounce beeswax and 6 ounces of olive oil. And so I want to coat that. So hopefully I don't have anything that any glue or in this case epoxy get down and block the airway. That's the plan anyway. That is the plan. Okay, so this is now coated. I think it's a pretty good fit. I guess we'll find out, won't we? All right, mix up the epoxy and lace them on. Yay. Okay, what I've got here is G-Flex epoxy adhesive. This is the resin, and then I have hardener. And then I'm also going to add a epoxy pigment. It's black, and hopefully match up the stem fairly well. So let's start with squeezing a little bit of the resin out. And then we're going to color it. And I'm going to try to do this from behind the camera. Don't know how successful that will be. And the hardener. Looks like a little bit too much hardener. We'll see what it does for us. I could take quite not all of it. You got to mix this really well. So I'll be back when I'm ready to apply it to the stem. Well, let's give this a shot. Looks like a lot because it is. For better or for worse, that's what it is. If I get focus. I don't want to focus. You see I built up the end of it a little bit, but I'll have to come back and probably build up the button a little bit. So I'm gonna let this dry and see where we're at. Well, let's see how it's going. Let's see if the paper will pull out. Could be a little stubborn, okay. Okay, yay. Popped out. So that's a good thing. Well, I can't say I hate it. A little bit better light on it. I'll have to, excuse me, I'll have to recut the slot. I can tell that. But looks pretty good so far. What the heck, I just took a nice little bite on it. Put quite a bit of pressure on it. So let's do some filing on it and get it shaped up a little bit, and we'll look at it some more. Well, that's where we're at so far. I'm going to start trying to shape the button a little bit. All right, the file work is done. I think it's looking pretty good. I'll start sanding on it. Well, it was just going too well. I've got a void right there and a smaller one right there. So I'm going to take my drill bit and manicures drill bit and clean those out and mix up some epoxy, lay it on. Yay. All right, a dab will do you. And I just hope I don't make another void under this. I'm still learning how to use this G-Flex epoxy. The epoxy should be good and dry by now. It's been about 36 hours. So now we're just going to have to sand it down. And hopefully won't have any more little holes. Let me finish sanding this or filing this down and I'll bring you back. All right, I'm done with the file. So now I'm going to do a little sand work. But first, let me clench it. I put a couple of tooth marks in it. Something to point with. There's one that's in the repair. That one's right on the edge of repair. So I'm pleased with that. Nothing on the bottom, but I don't feel anything. I'm biting down harder than would need to be to clench the pipe. Yeah, there's a couple other little small ones right there. Sorry, got overside. A couple of small ones there. So I think the repair is going to be good and hearty. Finished with the sanding. think it's looking real good so far, and there's the new slot, so it's okay. I actually had to take the file to one of the new tooth marks that I put into it, but got it out. That was the one on the very edge of the repair, so it feels really good. It doesn't. It feels like 100% brand new, or however you want to say it. The stem in the mouth and clenching feels 100%. So no give, even though this is called G-Flex, no give in that repair that I'm detecting anyway. So I'm happy with it. So now we're gonna do some buffing. Well, here's the finished pipe. I think it turned out really well. I'm happy with the repair on the stem at the button. The color match isn't 100%, but it's awfully dang close. There's a big chunk of stem missing on this thing, so it turned out really well. Well, thank you for sharing your time with me today, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.